This is Newsbreak 26 in southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. Summer has come and almost gone on Grand Manan Island, and picturesque North Head Harbor should have been bustling with tourist activity. But a pile of rubble and dredged debris has been obstructing the once stunning view of the wharf and harbor from the deck of Post Office Pizza for nearly 2 years. Local resident June Greenlaw still comes to get her favorite pizza, but misses seeing the boats go by.
So now when I come, I sit with my back to the water and the wharf and the bay, because there's nothing to see except the rock pile.
Greenfield Construction of Miramichi was awarded a $15.8 million contract from the federal government in 2021 to dredge the harbor basin and build a new marginal wharf and boat ramp. This project was supposed to have been finished at the end of January 2023. The delays in the project are impacting local tourism as well as the lives of locals. Kira Del Osto, who owns Old Well House Cafe, said her once busy deck hasn't been the same for the last 2 summers.
Because what we have is a view. That is what we have. We're the only kind of place that's right on the water that you can get we got a liquor license. This is only our 6th year, and the last 2 summers have been this. So I can't even just forget about it, because everybody who comes comments on it, right? So the conversation's constant. You can't even just kind of move on from there. So, and we're just lucky that we have had a good enough name in the first few years that people do see people sitting on the deck. But we don't get those people that drive by and then just like, oh, we don't feel like anything, but look at that, let's go have a drink and sit on and look at that view.
Aside from project delays, concerns have also been raised due to the connection between Greenfield Construction and ATCON. Greenfield Construction is led by Carolyn Tozer, the daughter of Robbie Tozer, the former CEO of ATCON. Greenfield Construction was founded in April 2010, around the same time when most of Robbie Tozer's ATCON group of companies, which had received $50 million in loan guarantees from the New Brunswick government in 2009, were going through bankruptcy proceedings. The province had to cover the millions of dollars in loan guarantees when ATCON faced financial difficulties. John Williamson, the Conservative Member of Parliament representing New Brunswick Southwest, says the ties to ATCON are not only concerning, he's also never seen a more poorly executed project since he's been in office.
Now, one of 2 things has happened here. Either the construction company is flouting the contract to remove that dredged debris, or the Government of Canada made a huge mistake and didn't include that in the contract. I'm going to Parliament to find out what's happening, who's responsible, and who's on the line. If the Government of Canada didn't include it, they're on the hook now for millions of dollars. If the company isn't fulfilling its end of the contract, the Government of Canada needs to enforce the contract and get that company to get that dredge material off Grand Manan into a facility that can properly store and deal with material like that, which is toxic.
CHCO reached out to Greenfield Construction for a comment, and our emails have not been responded to by the company. When CHCO reached out to the federal government, we were provided this statement from Public Services and Procurement Canada. Quote, "The department understands the concerns that community members have expressed over the delays. Public Services and Fisheries and Oceans Canada are actively working with the contractor to resolve issues and ensure that the required work can be completed as quickly as possible." CHCO followed up to ask if the federal government's contract with Greenfield Construction required the contractor to remove the dredged debris pile from the island, and if the pile is in fact noxious in nature. A spokesperson for Public Services and Procurement Canada said they could not answer our questions this week, but aim to have answers for us in the days ahead. Grand Manan Mayor Bonnie Morris says for months the village has been willing to help the contractor dispose of some of the material.
The village was approached by the contractor to take some of the material at our construction and demolition site. We have been working with the Department of Environment to receive approval because obviously they have to provide the authorization to take that material. We're really waiting on the federal government and the contractor to tell us what's going on and where this is going to go, but it has been a long time. This project has been going on and it's time for a resolution.
CHCO will continue following this story. That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and online exclusives, follow me, Vicki Hogarth, on Facebook and subscribe for free to CHCO TV on YouTube.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.